Welcome to the Portraits of Costume collab. This is the second installment of the series. The first episode is over on Yuji's channel, and the rest of the episodes will be coming out sequentially is not a word. What is the word? Sequentially after this. There we go. I know how to speak my first language. Basically, this collab is just a fun way for all of the CoSy collaborators and creatives to get back into posting videos regularly without having to go really crazy and really heavily edit and film and sew something. Thanks, Julij! I'm going to be drawing one of the randomly assigned volunteer models. I'm going to be drawing my personal costume hero, and I'm going to be drawing the next person on the list. All of my models will be linked in the description box below so that you can go and see them if you have never stumbled across their pages before. Anyways, I'm sure you're dying to get into the rest of the video, so here you go.
It's Ariana Black. Ariana. That's pronounced in a very specific way, and I'm a big dumb American, so I don't do it right. I'm sorry. Her brand is based around corsets, basically just corsets and a love of them, and her work is phenomenal. She has a whole website where she hosts free corset patterns, some even in historic styles, and her size range is enviable, to say the least. She also has full comprehensive tutorials for how to edit all of her corset patterns to make them do basically whatever you would want. And every single Saturday, she hosts a live stream where she answers questions, and it's just phenomenal. She is a godsend to the costuming community, and honestly, she's just really cool and down to earth. I think she's awesome. So I chose to draw her in a really cartoony style and kind of the same way that a patron saint would be drawn. And I actually plan on digitizing this and making it into a little sticker so I can put it on a patron saint candle. And that way, whenever I'm working on a corset, I can light a candle, say a prayer, and hopefully wind up with something pretty at the end of it. I really enjoy just letting my mind wander and doing repetitive details when I draw, like this lace top. I really don't draw very often unless I'm trying to figure out the layout for a pattern or doing technical sketches, and it's really fun to be able to just do some fashion illustrations, which I'm a little bit rusty on that, and I wasn't very good to begin with either. Zoe Hong has a YouTube channel where she is basically always giving out very fantastic advice on how to do fashion illustration and, just how to get your foot in the door with your portfolio and your designs, and she is just incredible. So I'll actually have her linked down below because she has taught me a ton. I really love just how much the costuming and fashion community online has exploded in the past 5 years. I remember when I was in high school, there was nothing. I would search for hours and find almost nothing. And now there's just all of these wonderful people giving out resources and helping people along. And I think it's really beautiful what we've built here. For my color scheme, I kept it really narrow. I was going for a very graphic, pop arty design, and that was partially because I wanted to cartoonize it a little bit so it wouldn't look directly like a saint candle and be a little bit disrespectful towards the Catholic faith, but also because I wanted an Addams Family muted black and whites aesthetic. But I couldn't help myself from throwing in a pretty pop of muted blue. The reason why I left the corset white instead of coloring that in blue is because I wanted it to be the main focal point. I wanted your eye to be drawn there, and I find the negative space really helped with that. Next, I'm going to be drawing Anarchy. She volunteered to be a model, and I'm really, really glad that she did because she was a lot of fun to draw. She did this Zelda cosplay, I believe. I'm not a video gamer, so I have no idea who this character is or where they're from, really. And I basically only selected this picture to draw because, well, I think you'll see in a moment. But it had a lot of really fun detail, especially around the hem that I was very drawn to, and I really enjoyed just how happy she looked in the image. Have you guessed the reason why I wanted to draw this one yet? It's because she's holding a little chicken friend. I don't know why, but just the trend of cosplayers and costumers holding chickens makes me so happy. And like, it's not just like 1 or 2 people that have done this, it's like a common thing. I guess that no cosplay is complete without a chicken friend. Another reason why I chose this image of hers to draw is because her hands were mostly hidden, and I'm really bad at drawing hands. If I were to play video games, I think I would really enjoy the Zelda game because everything I've seen from it is just so aesthetic and beautiful. Like the costumes that the characters are drawn in, and all of the landscapes just seem really exciting and cool. And I know the one with like the death mask features a lot of really fun like philosophical moments. And now here I started feeling ambitious. There was all of this lovely detail in the apron that originally I was just going to omit, but then the apron looked kind of blank, so I decided that I would try to sketch it in and just see if I thought I was capable of it. And I definitely noticed that my proportions were way off. I made her legs so much shorter than they should have been, but I was still able to basically fit the design in. Even though I think that I made her face a bit funky and I squished her to make her a little bit too small, I'm really happy with this doodle. Next, I was going to draw Anarchy, and oh my goodness, did I mess this up. So I figured that I would do just like a nice, fun, loose, like ink sketchy drawing of her face. And so I put in some sketch lines, and then it looked horrible, and then I tried to fix it with some orange, and that made it look worse. So I scrapped the whole thing and just started over with a different image of her and decided to go with a more like technical fashion illustration style of drawing because that is my wheelhouse and that is what I know how to do, and I wasn't gonna try to challenge myself too much. This sweater that she knitted is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm really glad that I got to, experiment with how it looked and kind of try to honor it with a little bit of a sketch because it is just beautiful. Anybody who has the patience to follow a knitting pattern is a goddess in my book. And there's this really cool intricate bow detail up at the top that I really just loved. I'm pretty sure that she used a self-striping yarn to get the nice dreamy color pattern that I'm going to attempt to recreate here in a moment. And I really love the way that it turned out. Her sweater and this sketch actually. I'm really glad that I just kept going and didn't stop halfway through or try to save the first attempt at sketching Anarchy that I'd made, because this turned out so much better, and I don't know why I was trying to do a face portrait when that is so not what I'm good at. So here's to not trying new things.
Anarchy's video will be up shortly, and I am so excited to see what she puts together. I hope that she has an easier go of things than I did. My hand was cramping, to say the least. I think I've been doing a little bit too much drawing and typing and other things lately. And I do want to say, this collab was actually a pretty big deal. There was a whole hashtag event for CoSy, so there's a bunch of Instagram artists who shared their fan art and portraits and other drawings and things like that all through Instagram, so if you want to check out the hashtag portraits of CosTube, all of that stuff should still be up and ready for you to peruse at your leisure. And the playlist to the rest of these videos will be linked below as well, so you can get your portraits of CosTube fix. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to this point. If you liked this video, be sure to like it so that more awesome people like you can see it. If you have any thoughts, be sure to share them down below. I love reading you guys' comments. If you would like to support my channel in a very intense way, then I have the link to my Ko-fi in the description box below, and I have the link to my Ko-fi in the description box below. My Ko-fi store is also where I'm currently hosting my patterns, so if you're looking for any of those, that's down there as well. I currently have a Ko-fi goal of raising $400 to meet all of my expenses for the past year and going forward, and that $400 will actually fund me all the way till February. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, friends! Do y'all want to see a lizard?
Raquel, shake your moneymaker for the camera. Give the good people what they came for. Raquel. I don't think that she likes being on film. Are you camera shy? To be fair, Raquel doesn't really move much. However, this pose seems a little bit defensive, so I'm gonna get out of her business now. Goodbye, Raquel!